All right, so this is about the time where we're like, two dudes.
What Mickey Mouse ass episode is this?
So we're hoping that theme song played.
We're hoping that you can hear a fucking thing that we say.
Yeah.
That was a fucking sick theme song. I just want to say.
Yeah,
Have you not heard it?
Dig it? Well, he in theory just did. Yeah.
Well,
I did just now.
Has it only been out on one episode, correct?
Yes.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think you're
last
right.
week. No, 2. Well, no, it'll be out on Thursday's episode.
So we film one ahead, so we're super confused
So
about
yeah,
what's
this episode will actually come out. I hope everybody voted today. It's November 8th today. Their episode will actually come out the following Thursday. That's kind of how it goes. We get a little
something like that.
little time for post. Hey, and we don't give a fuck where we film podcasts at. The Slow Co Studios and Slim Co Production fucking rolls on. We are here in thank you, Owen, for extending his family house out to us to get a podcast in this week. We really fucking appreciate that.
So this is Slim Kid Productions.
Slim Kid
everybody.
Productions, where the magic happens, where the Aaron and Austin show magic happens. He sits right here at this computer, butt fucking naked,
Usually
editing the show, editing the show, just brain hanging.
Like a god.
I actually stalk Owen, and I can verify.
You can
The set-
that, yeah.
Owen has set up a webcam in this room, so he will not look too hard for it. It's probably in the monkey mask, but we won't look too hard.
Wait, which webcam?
Wait, nobody sees the monkey
So anything the
mask
monkey mask sees, we're definitely in deep shit.
Owen's secret camera go.
But yeah, here we are. And, again, we want to say thank you to Owen for letting us invade his studio down here and getting in an episode. We want to thank the guys from Boom. Give us your band and your names.
Sondera.
Sondera. I didn't want to fuck it up.
Yeah, man.
Sondera. Yeah. Say it however you want. You know, you can say it like Sondera, whatever. Like it doesn't fuck. Yeah, Sandra, sombrero.
Formerly known as
Sombrero. I think it goes sombrero if we get drunk enough.
Yeah, for real.
formerly known as Gutter Bones. We are
that was our
Sondera.
first band name.
And
Gutter Bones?
Gutter Bones.
Rat Mouse and Hope Show Boat.
Yeah,
Rat Mouse might actually be a band in Wichita.
Well, that's a joke from Parks and Rec.
Right.
Andy Dwyer had like fucking.
And
Sorry, I watch actually funny shows.
Oh, that's mean. That's so mean.
You mean like Parks and Rec, right?
Parks and Rec's great. Funny show.
Parks and Rec is
like
good.
Always Sunny. Always Sunny's funny.
Oh yeah, great show.
Also
Also
Always
great
Sunny's
show.
funny.
Also,
Is John still trying to fucking pipe in when he doesn't
yeah,
have a mic?
dude. God,
Is
we
that
don't
what's
have
happening?
a mic.
Dude, John,
Shut up, John.
God damn it, John.
One time.
Full
We can turn the whole fucking podcast against you, John, in a second. It was
my
that just that
God.
easy. Hey, but we're gonna run a quick graphic real quick. Again, if you have bands or flyers coming up, or you're a venue and you want to get with us on promotion right here, we got a spot for you right here to show this graphic. Let's run that real fast.
This is our graphic. It's fucking cool. If you don't like it, you probably drew. Go to local shows.
and we're fucking back. We're back in the basement. We got a great fan right here that I'm loving. So tell us about. We'll get into the details as later things unravel. We're not going to sit here and expose everything on the podcast, but for the most part, we are not operating out of the Muse Meridian School building anymore, and we have moved open mics, all ages, non-alcoholic open mics are moved to
Monica
Aaron.
House, man. You guys know Monica House?
Yeah, absolutely.
Monica House, super
Absolutely.
sick.
Dude, I love
Great
Monica
venue.
House.
Monica House is a great venue.
Jared and Monica, dope.
Played a lot of shows there.
I've actually never been in the building, so I'd kind of like a little like.
So
how'd you get involved
So
with it? And who's
imagine-
involved with it, and what's it all about?
So imagine entering a lush, beautiful Victorian era manor.
That's right.
And being greeted with the most kind, pink-haired lady in the music
this
scene.
Monica?
Yeah,
this
this is
is
Monica.
this
Shout out
is
to
the
Monica. I
person.
haven't
The
met her
person
yet.
who I describe as Monica. Yeah, no, it's a really cool venue. It's got a great little stage. Yeah, like Dan said, we played there.
They got their
So
own
many
lights,
times.
and you know they're a
And-
great place for like just like bands that are trying to get off the ground.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
exactly.
like if you're in like high school or something like that, you know, I wish that I knew about Monica House when I was in high school.
I
'cause my high
remember-
school fucking sucked, and I didn't have anything to do.
Well, it wasn't
You know?
around when you were in high school.
Exactly. You know, it's like
You big clumsy
it's-
ass son of a.
Monica House has been around about 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been around about 3 years, and their deal is no craft left behind.
Where,
Yeah.
can we get a location on that? Where is that place?
I think it's 1121 North Bidding Street.
Yeah.
Say that again. Put that out there.
1121
And
North
way to
Bidding
have
Street.
that in your fucking pocket. Way to just be.
Oh
ready
yeah,
with
I'm
the-
like mildly autistic, so I remember.
Did you
stuff
say?
really
Did,
well.
wait,
Mildly isn't.
Dan,
Understand?
hold on a second. Did you say North Bidding
could just
Street,
fucking tell
or did
me.
you say North Pinning Street?
North Bidding Street?
Bidding.
Oh, it is bidding. It is bidding.
Okay.
BITTING.
So for everyone listening, everyone that was listening that was involved in the all all ages open mic with at Muse. That location has moved to there now. So
Yeah, we're gonna do it over there, man. We basically are collaborating. We have the same vision, us and Monica House. Like what Muse is trying to do, and what Monica House is trying to do. It's the same shit.
It seems like it
and
matches.
so to me, it's like there's no reason to compete. We should collab all day. You know what I mean? Like if we're trying to do the same exact thing, and the more we sit down and talk, the more it is really the exact same thing we're trying to do.
So you guys are feeling like you got the same chemistry, the same vibe.
Yeah, and so I feel like we should have been there the whole time.
Well,
to be honest with you,
then maybe
like,
we get there how we're supposed to. Like shit works out the way it's supposed to for a reason.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like however it's supposed to work out, it usually works out and on time.
And that also,
like,
and shout out to them. That might be where we start. Could you guys throw one more thing?
Are
you broke
are
a
you
shelf.
guys breaking shit?
There's not enough broken stuff in this room.
Oh wow!
We are just
Put
ruining Slim Kid
it
Productions.
on the bill. Put it on the bill, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Ruining Slim Kid Productions.
So I
Yeah. I mean,
Send,
we're literally
send that invoice to Cameron Alstrom, care of Sondera.
Master
While we're on the subject of being broke, that's me. But to add to what you were saying, I remember having conversations with Monica about getting an open mic set up at that venue.
Yeah.
And I knew it was only a matter of time, but just like you said, right place, right time, everything happens on time when it needs to happen. So
It's great, man. Like the first time we did it was yesterday. Monday,
November
and-
7th. Yeah, it was the first one.
And the turnout wasn't great, but
The
the
artist
vibe
turnout
was right, man. The vibe was right, dude.
Yeah.
So like, I was out there with my kid, and Jeff and Tracy brought their 2 kids, and then Jared and Monica,
nice.
they got Resner, their kid. You know, and so it's funny how like the adults partner up and we're all talking our stuff, and then the kids are just like running amok, just running the block.
It's like
That's what I want to see.
it sounds like
That's what I always
it
hope
sounds
to
like
see.
a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, that's what
Yeah,
you,
Exactly.
when you throw these all ages events, that's what you want to see. Is you want to see people that are to get the kids out too, because then you get more adults out. Because that's what we're hoping. We're hoping to give a place for the kids and a place for if you have your kids full time or you have them that date and you want to get out to that event, you can bring them.
Yeah, and Chosen Entertainment brought out their guys. They've been coming out to a lot of our open mics lately. Chosen Entertainment, that's King Cardi, BZB.
Yeah, that's all. That's
like a bunch of
I've been
these-
wanting to
bunch
see
of these
this.
hip-hop
Yeah,
artists.
I've been seeing the pictures of it. But I
They're
haven't got to
crushing
hear
it, man. They're
Really?
they're doing so.
King Cardi is great.
King Cardi, probably one of my favorite hip hop artists right
Great.
now in Wichita. Like,
Don't
I just really
don't get
dig what he's
butthurt any
doing.
other hip hop artists in town.
I said one of. I have 1,500 favorite hip hop artists in town.
Well, and hopefully it
I have
sounds like
like
we
5.
might be. And we hopefully might be sounding like I don't want to put anybody on blast, but this might be our future home of the podcast at Monica House, maybe.
Yeah, we're actually moving the studio over there here in the next couple of weeks, and what we're going to offer Monica House is when you guys play Monica House next time, we're probably going to be able to offer you live recording, right?
You want
The-
a fucking live show?
Fucking
That's what
Sweet,
happens
you know?
when we.
Yeah.
That's what happens when good two people
The whole
collaborate. that are
deal
worth
is
being-
elevation, man. We got to elevate this local music scene.
Yeah,
you know?
and I think you combining with them is where we need to be. I
Yeah.
think we were in a. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be upset. I missed the spot at Meridian.
My
So I
team
get
my
it.
team is 4 people, man. Their team is 2 people. Like we all feel stressed out because we're all just doing too much.
Right.
But like if I can spread that workload out a little bit and everybody kind of compartmentalize and do their thing and I do my thing and you do your thing and
we get back to people we can trust.
then
right?
it starts working. Then it all starts working. We
People you
build
can
a
trust in
foundation that I
businesses.
can build on. You know.
So as we transition, again, that's why we're here at Slim Crew
Yeah.
Studios today, and let's get into these guys a little bit. So let's talk about your band.
Woo!
Let's
Sondera, what the hell does that mean?
yeah, where'd you guys come up with this shit?
Okay.
It's
yeah.
sombrero in Ukrainian, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's what it is.
So it actually.
And you don't. Hey, the Ukraine people are struggling right now.
No, Ukrainian, not the Ukrainian.
Ukraine,
where?
hopefully not soon to be Russian.
So Sondera actually translates to probe in Spanish, and we like to feel like we. We like to feel like we really.
He was holding on to that, Jim.
Shut the fuck up,
He didn't
dude.
want to break that shit loose.
No, I'm fucking with you. So I like watching Vsauce. There's a Vsauce video out there where he's talking about like different like words and whatnot and like made up words and shit like that. And he brings up like the word Sonder, right? And it's basically like the realization that everyone else around you has a life vividly and complex as your own. It's everything like you're not special in the
Right.
sense that like you're not the main character of the universe. You know, everyone's the main character of their own universe,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
So it's like, you know, like we're gonna get done recording this podcast at some point, and you know, we're all gonna go
Maybe.
home.
Maybe. We'll see.
Hopefully,
It's been a long, drawn out experience.
It
It's
depends.
fucking
It depends
purgatory,
on
but-
how long John keeps us here, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's hard recording this shit without.
So
a mic.
Sondera was what we decided after Gutter Bones because we felt that better and more aptly reflected our lyric content and our songwriting. I think we can all agree that Sondera is definitely more
Tenfold
fitting
better.
for us
Yeah.
than
So
Gutter
we're not
Bones.
printing too many T-shirts because I feel like you guys might change your name in a while.
Yep. Maybe.
No, I love the name
You're gonna
Sondera.
have
We'll
it onto some
see.
other random term.
We'll
and,
see, guys.
no.
I think I like sombrero.
Sombrero.
You guys
That would
sold
be
me
an
on
easy change.
sombrero now, but shit, take it back.
You guys all wear sombreros on stage now. Here we are.
Sondera sombreros.
Sombrero.
Sombrero.
Yeah, Sondera sombreros.
There it is. It's dual.
Now that is unique merch.
Yeah, that is.
That you
That'll be
guys could
super
probably
cool.
pimp out.
Yeah.
No one's ever thought of a sombrero before.
We have a mariachi breakdown, guys.
Yeah.
All right, this is amazing. I think we're hashing it out here perfectly on air.
Narration.
So after Sondera is the name of it that we came to. What do you guys names and each do in the band? Like, kind of introduce yourself and.
Let's go down the line, Dan. Go ahead. And
Let's start at Michael Sierra for everyone.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Michael Cera.
Guys,
We're not gonna have a celebrity.
Guys,
No,
it's
no,
Michael.
no,
It's Michael
I
Cera.
laughed so hard when you said that is because he fucking looks like Scott Pilgrim. I tell him all the time.
Well, I think he's
he
even got
thinks his
the-
life is Scott Pilgrim.
What's
dude.
the other
He was
one?
crying about Ramona
Youth in
the
Revolt.
other day.
He looks like Michael
John,
Cera from
I'm
Youth
in
in Revolt.
lesbians
Let's
with
get the elephant out of the
you.
room. Cameron looks like Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. Well, if you can write that out and get Ramona at the end, I'd keep playing that card, bro. 'cause
Yeah, you know, he wins in the end.
my partner Ara definitely looks distinctively like a little bit like Ramona Flowers, but
Hot.
it's
So there was
not.
no-
There's no connection there. It's just a coincidence. Anyway,
There's a connection there.
So
He
to
fell through a
segue
portal.
into my introduction, my name is
100%.
Cameron. I play bass in Sondera. I was the last minute addition to the band.
when
I
Michael
started.
Sierra calls, you let him in the band, right?
I started.
Scott Pilgrim plays bass.
It was me. It was either me or Evan. It was either me or Evan Peters.
weren't you also in some other bands? I feel like
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm in a lot of bands. Sondera is my favorite death metal band that I am currently in.
I'm currently in.
We got a genre out. How many fucking bands are you in?
How many are you in?
I play right now in Atlas, which is a prog rock band in Wichita, Kansas, and I play in a band based down in Oklahoma called Gus Burns and the Saddle Tramps.
Oh, nice.
And I
love
play
hearing
sometimes
band
in Groove
names.
42. Play in a lot of churches. There's a lot of churches in Wichita who need guitar players, so I said, okay, why the fuck not? Anyway,
So you do death
yeah.
metal and play in gospel like churches bands?
Death metal
all of
and
that shit.
light metal.
Is that?
light metal, yeah, light metal.
Light metal fucking
I didn't know you
sucks.
could
Shut
clip
the
from
fuck
fucking
up,
5
John.
Yeah.
feet away.
I can clip from 10 feet away.
You can't. Who gave this guy a beer? What was I thinking?
Oh my god.
It's not even an angry orchard.
Yeah.
We have to get John angry.
Didn't get the
Well,
right shit.
yeah. Shit.
Just
You
kidding.
get him all hopped up on that
Just
cider
kidding.
water.
Just kidding on that. Actually, I like Angry Orchard.
Yeah,
It's
fucking.
it's the only thing. It's the only thing that John and I bond on when it's not music related. I'm just kidding. But no. So I actually just recently started playing bass. I've been playing bass for 2 years now because when Dan asked me to be in Sondera, which was then Gutter Bones, I didn't know
I
a
like Gutter
single.
Bones, I'm not gonna lie.
I had no idea how to play a bass.
This Gutter Bones, I feels like was your
Yeah,
name.
yeah. So a little bit about Gutter Bones. So me and Garrett are fucking nerds, and we play Magic the Gathering like religiously, right?
I'm not mad at you for it, man. If you're having fun
It's
with
so
it, keep
it's
doing
so
it.
fucking fun, and if you play it too, we can hang out sometime and play
Well,
it.
like I don't have any cards, but I would be in. I mean, do I got to wear
Yeah.
like a cape? I'm in.
no.
No, you could be a
I
referee.
kind of want to dress up. I'm not really into it if I don't get to dress up.
I mean, you can do whatever you want, man. But like, no one else is gonna dress up.
I think
But,
you would. I think
We're
you
not
would
gonna
make
judge
a
you,
good.
but
Yeah,
well, if I'm the only
Viking.
one dressed up, then it's not as fun.
But
I'll wear a cape too.
Yeah,
So-
capes
so-
is all I'm asking for. God, I mean,
But-
we're a
but-
level 2 wizard or you're not.
Everybody got a bitch.
but
So
basically,
these two losers play Magic.
yeah. So me and Garrett. and
He
the-
watches you guys play.
Yeah. A little bit. We're delving into the Sondera lore here a little bit, but me and Garrett and our original guitarist, his name is Zane. We were like playing Magic one like morning, right? We were all like fresh out of high school or something like that. It was like the summer or something like that. So
Or yesterday.
yeah, we were all hanging out, and Garrett was like destroying me and Zane. He kept bringing this one card back from like the graveyard, and it was just like I was new to the game and I had no idea what was fucking going on or anything like that. And the card was called Gutter Bones, and I thought it was kind of a funny, like, you know, it's like
I'm into it.
It's kind of metal, you know, and we didn't really know what kind of sound we were looking for back then. I mean, we wrote like mellow death like style songs and like really weird like janky like groove metal songs type stuff. I mean, really just a high school band trying to find their sound, right?
Oh yeah.
So does you guys all meet in high school? Is that kind of where you came from? Like,
Yeah.
So out of the, did you guys were you guys in the band in high school? Like, 'cause
There was Dark Throne.
We'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that. I met Dan primarily in high school, and we kind of started like Gutter Bones in high school. But I actually met Cameron a really long time ago when we had this group. It was done through like Damn Music. They used to do, like Rock Academy and everything. They used to like let you make your own band and everything. You got your own name, got up on stage, felt like a rock star for a little bit when you're 12 years old.
Oh yeah.
And I randomly got paired with this guy in what were they called? They're called the
Death Threats.
The Death Threats.
Don't look it up on YouTube,
Yeah,
please.
look it up on YouTube.
Oh, please do. Put a
Cameron
link
St.
in.
Green
Put a
Day.
fucking link in.
You can watch-
I might want to be
Cameron Sings
governor
Green Day.
someday.
Put a fucking link in on
Yeah,
that.
no,
Death
it
Threats.
rocks. Death Threats. Yeah, please don't look it
And
up.
and tell us your name and what you do in the band.
I'm Garrett. I play lead guitar. I do lead vocals, and that's
Yeah.
kind of me.
So you guys are a 3-piece.
We're a 3-piece.
Nice.
I love
Just
3 pieces,
like
man.
Rush.
Garrett also writes most of the material,
Hopefully
so Garrett typically will like write like song outlines and stuff like that, and then me and Cameron will like give like ideas and feedback, and then like add our instruments as well.
So that was going to be my next question. I'd love to hear that thought process when you have a band of how they guys write music is always interesting to me. And I love when the fact that I love what you just said, like we kind of do this all together. That's always a cool thing for me to hear that. So.
It's easier in a 3-piece, man. It just is. You don't have.
Well, yeah, I mean, someone can be the main guy that puts the outlines together, like you say, but like,
Yeah.
here's a good, like, say it this way, or like, here's a word that might make this sound cooler.
Yeah,
like,
you
everybody's got good fucking ideas, man.
Yeah.
For the most part, like, it always seems to work better.
Yeah, for sure. But like, yeah, I mean, all three of us go back pretty far. I mean, I met Garrett when I was in like 8th grade. You know, he was like a year below me, and we were playing like Monster Hunter. You know, which is like a Japanese like video game.
Oh
It's
yeah, I
fucking-
know it is.
It's fucking fun if you
now
play
you're
Monster
getting into my
Hunter.
nerddom. When you start talking
If
video
you put-
games, we say
it
you
was
put the
Monster-
cards away, but you want to play video games.
Yeah.
I'm there, brother.
Monster Hunter 3U on the Wii U. Garrett would hit me up on Miiverse. Okay, so, and I thought the kid was weird. I was like, I don't want to talk to this kid.
He probably thought you were weird too. I bet.
No, he was actually. He told me he was trying to like grind off of me. So he was like trying to like steal like because I was like way higher level. Than
He was
him.
trying to grind on
Okay,
you?
I think we
What?
got,
He was trying to
further
grind on
explanation
me.
needed.
He was grinded? What?
Yeah, I think that's a term that only a few people are going to understand. That
I
video
say
game
let's let it sit right there.
I like-
whatever that
It,
is.
it
I
feels
agree
like
with that.
it feels kind of like a dry humping episode that we missed.
I was attempting to take advantage of
It's not getting better.
their skills.
The explanation
gonna
so
take
far is
advantage
not
of me.
getting
Yeah.
better. You
It's
need
a-
to
it's
take
a-
the shovel out of your hand, guys. It's not going well.
I'm just
video game
enjoying
term.
the
video game
ride.
term grinding. You know, so it's
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah.
You guys ever hear a grinder? That's a thing.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that an app?
Basically, he wanted to use me for his own personal gain.
There it is.
Yeah, that's what happens on Grinder. Right
That's
there.
I mean,
That's
that
the same-
happens.
that's the same
That
thing.
happens on Tinder too.
Yeah.
That's happening everywhere. So it don't matter if you're gay, straight, or bi, or whatever.
I want to remind you, I was in 8th grade at the time, and he was in 7th grade. So you know,
So there is
all these jokes have an
allegedly-
extra layer.
Yeah,
Is all I'm saying.
allegedly.
Just like our music.
Yeah, just like our music,
Just
all
like,
these jokes have
just
an
like
extra
our
layer.
lyrical content.
So how long have you guys been together as this set of guys right here?
Like 2 years.
2 years?
about.
2020 on Halloween 2020 is kind of when we kind of marked.
So I mean, it's pretty.
Nice.
We're like at a pretty good spot. Like you guys are really
Yeah.
like straight up 2 years into this shit.
Yeah.
So how's it been going for you guys?
So we've been doing a lot of great stuff. We've been writing new music. We have plans to release music in the future. We're super excited to play at Monica House in the future as well, especially if Monica House and you guys are collaborating. Personally, I just enjoy the ride. I enjoy playing shows with these guys. Recently, we played at an amazing venue called Barcode.
yeah.
And that went really,
I,
really good.
I still have not been in.
Irish.
Sorry, Irish. I haven't been in the building yet.
It's
I mean, I've been in the building 1,000 times.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was elbow room, but I haven't
So-
been in since.
But
it's really cool.
Yeah.
We initially faced quite a few struggles, right, Dan and Garrett? Like we,
for sure.
We being such a young metal band, we faced a lot of just trepidation from the other bands in town. Maybe it's probably not.
Like a jealousy thing, or just
No.
Well,
not
I
at
think
all.
I think a lot of it is like lack of experience because
It's just lack
this
of
was my
experience.
first like professional band, so you know,
And
it's
it was
definitely
it's taking us a while to get out there, but we're just now enjoying some of that feeling of being able to go to other bands and they know us and they've heard us and
not being the new kids.
Yeah,
like, new guy at
exactly.
work.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, you guys were the new
Exactly.
fucking guy at work for a little bit. That's all right. You gotta like
That's
take your,
what-
you gotta like
exactly.
take your beating for a fucking little bit,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
Is that how it works in the music industry? Aaron?
There will be swirlies.
Is it a little rough?
Yeah,
Why
certain
do you?
things
So
like
you
that.
older musicians
we
give the
each
young
got
kids shit?
we each got
It's just I don't know. I feel like we're all vying for the same space, and it's
Yeah.
such a small scene here in Wichita, and it's such a bullshit scene. We're fighting over $300 a night, man. It's the dumbest shit.
If you're fucking,
It's the dumbest shit I've ever
Well, if
seen.
everybody shows up to one place, you're fighting over. Other than that, it's 100
fucking
at 3 different
stupid.
places.
It's fucking stupid.
exactly.
So is it more of like? So I grew up in the sports world. So there's always like, if you're the older dude, you get a little hazing. You fuck with
Yeah.
the little guys a little bit. So is that what the new bands get? The same kind of shit?
I feel like if you're an asshole, that's
Not-
what you get.
yeah.
I think a big part of it, at least for like our band and everything, is it was just kind of finding like a group to just kind of ride with, to play like with. Cause
Somebody
I mean,
that give you a little bit of
lot
advice and
our
not be
early-
assholes about it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we just had trouble finding other bands that sounded like us, and
Yeah.
we were always the odd people out. We'd be playing with like these indie pop punk bands.
Embrace
all the
that,
time.
man.
I mean, I enjoy it.
Well,
We enjoyed
I
it a
liked-
lot,
I like
we're-
it, but
we're
the
trying to
problem
find
is-
our crowd, you know. a
Yeah,
little bit.
but
That was, like,
for
a
real,
big-
embrace that though. Be the odd man out, because that means that you don't really have competition.
yeah, you get new ears on.
Well,
know
and
what
it's
I mean?
cool to like completely flip the script at a fucking
I thought
concert.
it was fun.
Yeah.
I
Like
thought
you
it
got
was
like
fun.
these other men, and boom, here's something that you ain't ready for. Like,
I love that shit. Like if you came out right now with a reggae band, there's
Yeah.
very little competition.
You know why the fuck not?
Come out with a funk band.
We
Do that. Nobody doing it.
what
Was a oblique.
Yeah, I do
Is
love
the-
those
yeah.
guys too.
Who was that? Say that again.
Was a
never heard
oblique.
of
Zach Rasmussen, Petty Dick.
I know. I love Petty Dick. That name just makes me laugh.
Well, his name's Richard Petty, and everybody
know.
thinks he's a race car driver, so you
Well,
gotta go with something else. You know what I mean?
Petty Dick is fucking-
I tried to I have been in the talks with booking them with Atlas recently, but yeah, no, I think that we have just been working on honing our talents individually, coming together, just growing stronger as a band, and like you guys said, just really taking hold of the mantle, grasping the nettle of just the fact that we are super unique in the scene. We're a melodic death metal band.
You have to be.
So
yeah, I mean, playing prog death in like Wichita, Kansas is like that,
Playing what? Say it again.
prog death.
Is that like our genre?
Yeah, yeah.
specific
So like,
name?
so
Explain that a little bit to nobody who knows that.
Yeah,
what that term
yeah.
is.
So progressive metal, right? So
Okay.
think like weird time signatures, weird like groupings of notes and whatnot like that.
Okay.
I think a couple of good bands that we take a lot of inspiration from are like on drums. I really like Gojira, and then like early Slipknot. So like think like Joey Jordison on like self-titled Slipknot
Yeah.
and Iowa. That shit is fucking, that goes hard, and that's what like I take a lot of inspiration on drums from. But Garrett draws a lot of inspiration from like Pain of Salvation and like Opeth and stuff like that, like Meshuggah.
As far as like I don't know, kind of on the guitar, it's more like Opeth like, but more recently, this band Pain of Salvation's kind of shaped how I do lyrics, totally different and everything like that. But that's other bands kind of prog death. Like
The whole point about progressive metal is to like kind of think outside of your normal metal conventions, and you know, don't rely so much so heavily on like the beat or like the rhythm or something like that, or like try to think about how like each note can express like the emotional quality that you want your music to have. Which, you know, it sounds a little pretentious or whatever like that, but
it's, when you're explaining something good, sometimes it does. Keep going.
you know, it's
you're on a
like
good tip.
yeah, it's so I don't know, it's like each color on the canvas, you know, matters, right? Each note that the guitar plays matters. And how do you describe, like, sonically, how do you get like someone that has never felt like this, I don't know, like the regret of like someone that you love like dying, you know, like how do you get someone that's never felt that to feel that with your song? That's a really good question, right? So writing stuff that's like outside of like conventional time signatures and then like putting drums over it that's in like 4/4, that's like a really it makes every time the riff like repeats like feel like new, right? And everything's like fresh, and it kind of gets like an open wound effect, and like you get we don't have any music out right now, but like in some of our songs like First Lament, you know, that riff is in 9/8, but I play the drums like more straight in like a 4/4 beat, right?
It's still 8.
Yeah, and it changes
9/8
it.
is 6/8, but in
Michael's
three
John
groups-
here.
3 groups of 9/8 is 6/8.
Yeah, so
What?
so basically what I'm saying is shut the fuck up, John.
Yeah. Yeah. Count it.
That is a great
soundbite.
example
That
of
is the best
like, the
non-host
kind of-
John joke I've had so far.
That's the best one.
Thank you.
Dan had
my
it in
speech
him.
at the
I don't know if we get- I don't know-
awards acceptance speech at the end of
But
that.
one
That's
of,
a great
one of the things you're
example
talking
of
about, man, resonates with me because I
Yeah.
really think that sound effects matter.
Yeah,
You
for
know what
sure.
I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with cymatics.
Oh no, I never heard that. What is that?
No fucking idea.
If you guys look up cymatics, CYMATICES. Okay, so it's those plates
We'll
that
put
have
that across
sand
the
on
screen.
them,
Thank you.
right? It's
So
those
on.
plates that have sand on them, and they run a frequency, and that sand
Yeah.
goes into this awesome shape.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that
okay.
shit.
I get what you're
Oh,
saying.
see, I didn't know the name of it, but I've seen
it's
that
called
shit.
cymatics.
Oh, yeah, I got all
So
that.
sound affecting matter, man.
Yeah.
We're all made of the same stuff.
Yeah.
And
You guys are short.
it's always it's always amazed me, and I really want to figure out how sound effects matter.
Well, I
You
mean,
know?
if you want to get into like the spiritual side of it, you know, it's like I think Marilyn Manson is quoted as like saying like you know, the only magic in the universe that he believes in is like music, and I would
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
I
I'm
would
not
agree with that too. It
like,
transcends language and it transcends everything. It really does.
Yeah.
There's a great line in this album, Woods If You Pray, Woods 5, Gray Skies and Electric Light. There's a great line that says like Earth is a spiritual place, but there's nothing after this, and that's kind of like
You hearing that humming
where
too,
I'm at.
John?
You know, I think that's I think that kind of philosophy is really cool. So a lot of that gets like translated into Sondera. I think our sound really came into our own though, and I sound like Patrick Bateman, you know, saying that, but we really came into our own sound with our song Gray, which is I'll let Garrett like kind of explain that, but like that song, the fucking guitar riff is like I had to map it out on fucking Studio One time to get the metronome right.
Garrett is someone I would call a prophet of the progressives.
He's a
What's up?
fucking idiot and he hates me.
You know, you guys are on the same wavelength.
Because
too.
your name's Prophet.
All right, drummer.
There it is.
I do not make it easy on our drummer, that's for sure.
Never do that.
No.
Never make it easy.
So I feel like you guys need a keyboardist.
Amen.
A
Fuck
keyboard, that's it. That's it. You should bring that up.
Hey, do you know anybody-
I got too much.
Well, a heavy left-handed keyboardist,
you-
I hear, is the favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Are you? Is
Can we
that
cut? I mean, I just want to say this in every show and cut to what your face looks like when I say
Will you
this.
let the guy talk? Let him fucking.
Sorry.
I want to touch more on this.
no? Austin's fine. Is
I got a
this
sound man over there
Yeah,
talking shit.
I want to
Fucking-
touch more on this song. Great. I feel like the real like stride and everything, and just by coincidence, the name Sondera kind of popped up like the same time. I think that song in our kind of career kind of marks where we've really
where we changed?
we kind of felt into our own place there. Like we kind of found our sound whenever that song came out, and I think a big part of that is because when I was writing that song, I wanted to dig a lot deeper than all the other stuff. We had like 7 songs, something like that, recorded. I wanted to find something that like hit home, you know, was emotional for me and everything like that. But like the whole idea, and I spent a lot of time on the song compared to my other one. I remember these guys were like, "Where's this song? When's all this next stuff coming?" I'm just like, wait, I'm working on this.
Wait.
And the idea that I had was just like the emotion I'm trying to convey. I don't want it to just be like a lyrical thing. I want it to sonically come through in the way it is, and like,
hit.
and
hit
a lot of like,
sonically.
yeah, something like that. I want you to know what this song is about just by the way it sounds.
Yeah, I want you to be somewhere in Russia, not understand the
Yeah,
English
yeah, exactly,
language, and feel
exactly.
this. Yeah.
Exactly.
The good ones always do. I mean, you guys nail it when you do nail it. It works on every level.
Yeah, and the song, it goes kind of about this kind of like numb feeling you kind of get when, shit isn't going your way and everything like that. And I'm like...
I felt that today, man.
It's been my fault 2 weeks. And what's the name of this song? What's
Gray.
Gray?
Okay,
And
so this needs to be the single, right?
Sounds like it.
It's
Sounds like it.
been like it's pretty defining for our sound, I feel like, and like in it, you kind of I chose the name Gray because it's a really neutral color. It doesn't really reflect good or bad and
My
everything.
favorite color.
It just kind of is in a state of existing and not doing much else. And
there's about 50 shades of it.
yeah, not
Or
exactly.
No, we were
really
watching that
fucking
movie.
hot, and there's BDSM, and the song's about BDSM, and the song's about...
We were watching that band.
Wouldn't it be
We were
weird if you
watching
guys
that movie
dressed
as
up
a
in BDSM
band.
just for that solo, like, and then change back?
I did not mean to derail that.
But
It's about sex.
so all of a sudden, you guys are
All of our
just-
songs are about sex, essentially.
But
Sex band.
but the idea basically you take the humanity
It doesn't
out
mean
of a
probe in
human and
Spanish.
it just kind of becomes mechanical.
Sondera.
You kind of you take like the humanity out of a human and it just kind of becomes mechanical. It becomes robotic. It's not really a lot of emotion going on there. It's just so numb. And so, like, the idea on the riff is I wanted this to sound like a machine was running or something
Right.
like that. It's got a really weird feel to it. It's just, I don't know how to describe.
If you want Garrett to tell you more about our songs, just get stuck in a blizzard with him on like a really cold
Yeah.
January night.
I feel like you could sit and Garrett would really tell you some shit after a while.
Garrett,
Garrett's
Garrett's kind of a magic user when it comes to writing riffs because all of these songs are based on real emotion. And we don't want that to get lost in any of our songs. So our songwriting process takes a little bit longer, but the whole point is to enjoy that process and see it to fruition, right?
I like to think of it more that I'm an artist before I'm a musician.
Yeah.
And those kind of fall into like the same thing, but I'm really trying to like paint a color here just even on like a sonic landscape.
A musician is a type of artist.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what that is. And I don't really appreciate artists that try to fit some kind of a mold for personal gains. Okay? Like if I'm making my music to be consumed by the masses to make me a profit, that music probably sucks.
Well, somewhat.
You feel me?
It
So
does.
it's somewhat not.
It doesn't probably. It fucking
Well,
does.
Well,
okay?
let's not say sucks, but it's not an
now.
accurate. It's not an accurate reflection of who you are as an artist when you do that.
Right.
So that's the difference. So
If
we
you aren't
should
making
do
music for
Kid Gloves,
yourself.
it doesn't all suck. Not all pop
John
music
Mayer.
sucks, but
It's John Mayer
it's just
pre getting
fucking-
famous,
It's not
post
an
getting
accurate
famous.
perception of who you are. It just isn't.
yeah.
I'm just saying,
just
be true to yourself, and you're going to find the people
Yeah.
that are
You're
real
right.
about you.
And there's
100%.
and that's
If-
where the progressive
100%.
aspect to our
100%
sound
right.
comes from, and then the death metal is just like that's like just like injected heaviness,
I can shit out a pop song, man.
Yeah,
I shit
can't.
one
This guy,
out.
he can shit out a theme song. I tell you what, man, this guy
These
makes.
songs are totally pop songs.
Oh, they
okay?
are.
Like, they're totally pop songs.
But I love them, so
I'll
don't
shit 'em
shit
right
on me
out.
for being mad
I
at
will
liking a pop song
I
from
will
now and
shit
then.
6 of those out in a
So
day. don't
I
give a
had this great opportunity to meet with some people in town, and they reminded me that Wichita is kind of special. It's kind of a special community because we're kind of outside of the range of major music scenes like Nashville music scene, New York, LA. We're different from them because we're not being strangled by like certain studios and stuff like that.
We're gonna have this conversation when you're done. Yeah.
But
We have it now. What the fuck are we doing here?
I'm saying
Let him say his piece.
Well, I'm saying that when we go out and write our songs and play our gigs, we're not feeling any pressure to try to get the most audience, get the biggest audience, get the most listeners by like trying to adhere to this formula.
I think
You would if you were like gigging out in LA in your original band and you really were trying to
Or
attract the
covering
eyes
out.
of
I
a
mean,
certain
people do it.
studio.
I agree.
Certainly.
I think we're really just writing music for people that are like us, that have gone through some shit. And I mean, I think each of the three of us have had our past demons and our own little battles and wars and stuff like that we've had to fight through. I recently got into looking back at old video games, specifically Silent Hill 2, and just how you manifest like the horrors of your past like into your future type of thing, like that kind of thinking about it. So that's kind of like the fan base that we're looking for.
This is coming from the guy who doesn't believe in zodiac signs and astrology.
I don't believe it.
That is the most general.
But he's talking about manifesting.
Check this. Check this.
Let's backtrack. I don't want to get off on this.
Check
I
this.
want to talk about what you're talking about.
Go. Yeah, shoot.
I want to talk about what you're talking about because what you're talking about is Wichita has
racism?
no fucking infrastructure. We have no booking agents, no management. We have no record labels here to elevate a thing. Now, what you're saying is that we don't have to fit that mold. But I'm saying that because we don't have to fit that mold, it's not a I have to fit that mold or not. Okay, what I'm saying is that there's no possibility for greatness because that infrastructure is lacking. It's not that you have to fit that mold because it's here. It is an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like there are good and bad things, and the further we get towards it, the further we hit good shit, and now I'm able to hit a world market. Okay, like that same infrastructure helps you as an artist be good or bad. The infrastructure is there. You do with it what you do, is what I'm trying to say. I guess.
I think that infrastructure is based on like the and. I don't want to sound like a fucking communist or something like that, but like I think that infrastructure is based on like we need to make money, right? So
and you're somewhat right.
Yeah,
you're somewhat right about that.
Somewhat my ass. Shit, it's like instant.
I mean, they're incentivized. I mean, why do you think like TikTok is such a popular platform? Okay. It's because they are incentivized to do the easiest, most lucrative thing.
Right.
10 minutes,
so,
10-second fucking videos.
So like,
but
what I'm getting at though is like, if you can make like a 10-second video that is like complete dog shit and wastes everyone's time, but it like hits that little neuro thing and someone's in like
serotonin,
but
tsunami.
Serotonin,
That's also the same platform that this guy just went out and shredded on,
and it's also the,
and
like,
got his credit.
And the sad thing is about these platforms, guys, is no one knows what will hit. There is no fucking formula for viral.
And the deal
you
is,
don't know.
The deal is you have to build
hope.
it. You have to build it, and that's what I'm trying to say. Is if we as Wichita build it, then we get to do what we want to do. And songs like Gray have a platform.
Well,
then you get to put it out.
What I'm getting at though is like, because we're progressive, right? You're constantly trying to reinvent the wheel, right? And I lost my train of thought. Fuck.
That's all right.
Give the mic to Guard.
I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to what I'm saying. Hopefully it jogs the memory.
No, that's fine.
But what I'm saying is that same TikTok video, okay? The same TikTok video that has some kid fucking eating a Pocky chip or something like that.
Matter, dude.
Like that doesn't matter, right? That's bullshit, and that got 50,000 views. Shit. That's the same platform built. Infrastructure in Wichita can do the same thing. It's still the music.
No, I fucking choked on the water.
More water?
It's still the
send water down to save you.
It's still a platform.
No, I don't want it anymore. Try to hurt me.
If you take it to a good place, you have the same opportunity as the cat videos.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
It's a platform that's built. If I have infrastructure, if I have booking, management, record labels, entertainment lawyers, I got all this stuff here.
Okay.
If you can make it in there, it doesn't really matter, man. That industry follows us.
Yeah.
If you can build it for yourself, they don't really care what you do. They just know that you're turning heads, and they're gonna pick you up.
Well, what I'm getting at, I think you jogged my memory. So what I'm getting at is like, I think a lot of these like agencies and whatnot, like they turn into like these big corporations.
They do.
And I think we can all agree that corporations are bad, right? Or at least like mega corporations are bad.
Corporatism is bad.
Well, you never know. Working for them, if you're working for them, it's not bad. I mean, they pay well.
Yeah, but then you're clogging
You know what I
machine,
mean?
that kind of deal.
But you know what I mean?
But I mean, like just generally speaking, right?
Yeah.
Most people don't like corporations.
Yeah,
right?
big giant conglomerates. Everybody's a little bit against.
Exactly right.
Let
So
the
what it
record
turns
show that
into-
Sondera is against corporations
Yeah,
that are big and
let the record
giant.
show.
And apparently we're down with it because we're giving you a platform. We are also against all those corporations.
Yeah, but we're also hiring corporations.
We also would take
release
a
our
dollar
platform.
from fucking anyone.
Yeah,
So
there it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
if
support
Walmart would like to
Barcode,
sponsor this
support
podcast,
Monica
we are all
House.
fucking in.
It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I like Walmart.
But what I'm getting at though is like, you get that infrastructure, right? You get all those people in place, and then you do have like a fucking rocket launcher that can shoot anyone into like the moon and back, right?
Or at least get him an audience.
But
At least
see,
get him an
the
audience, for
thing
sure.
is though, is like then it becomes exclusive, and then it's like, well, you're not good enough, or you don't make the right kind of music, and then I feel like
The
if we
court
were-
of public opinion is exclusive.
well, if we were in
True.
if we were like, I mean, we're making music just for ourselves, right?
And that's how
for-
that's
yeah.
how it should be.
And
that's the end of the conversation. Right
yeah,
there.
exactly.
Well, that's how
We're
all
making-
art should
That's
be.
it.
That's how
It's
all art
music
should be.
for
Make it for yourself and
ourselves.
hope there's enough people like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But like you give like I don't know, like take the Beatles, like the Beatles got turned down,
Yeah.
like
Turned off hard.
how many
Yeah.
times? How many times did the Beatles get turned
Yeah,
down?
yeah.
I bet Nirvana got turned down. It's like, oh, fucking garage band from Seattle, never gonna make it anywhere.
Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
Everybody's been told no. 100%.
like-
You're 100%.
And what I'm getting at though is like, how many Nirvanas, how many Beatles have we had that have been told no?
Good point.
And
What I'm
we
saying-
never fucking knew.
What I'm saying, without the infrastructure to tell them no, it was never an option.
Yeah, we'll
That's
never
to the
know.
point there.
We'll never know how.
But
many-
maybe.
he's talking about, you're saying without them being able to be told no, they wouldn't have an opportunity to make themselves.
I'm
And
saying-
you're saying that with, some people, there are great bands, just like in sports, that you never hear about. That you never,
saying in
that
Wichita-
never get what they deserve.
In
or
Wichita,
never,
it's never been a talent problem.
No.
I'm saying that you've never had an opportunity to put yourself in front of people that can help you.
Yeah,
Also
especially
think-
at an especially objectively, because it's either this, or this in Wichita.
In
You can't
Wichita,
be
it's so
together.
hard. It's so hard.
It's
man.
either a metal show, or it's a hip hop show,
Yeah.
or it's a country show.
and
that is
and
our
it's all-
town.
and it's all fan based. There's no infrastructure here.
Well, I
Yeah.
think so. Internet obviously has changed things.
And that's that is your,
Totally.
that was-
100%.
The internet is your
Right,
greatest
yes.
your greatest
Yes,
tool
yes.
as an
Like,
artist
like if I'm being real,
all day
like,
long. I mean, what are we on right now? I mean,
Yeah,
we're on the-
exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, the
What are we
only
doing?
reason we don't have music released right now is because I suck at audio engineering and I need to learn it.
Well,
But,
here
like,
I'm not going to hear you. We got a guy you can hire. He stands right here. He will promise not to mic
Man,
him.
fuck that guy.
He's fucking pissy, but
Yeah, he's an angry. He's an angry
Okay,
engine.
on
You
that-
guys told me I had a
point-
punching bag. I'm like a really mean person. so
on
I
that
don't-
point, we have been struggling to find a way to get some music recorded, but we are working on some solutions for that now.
What
I'm gonna tell you, come to Monica House. We're building our studio there. We'll give you a live
Yeah.
recording at least.
Yeah.
Let's base it off that.
Well, I
if
mean-
somebody wants to pick you up,
Well,
they'll do it off
you
that.
were saying
we have all the equipment, right? And it's just like it's really just like skill level, right? And that's and we have like
Experience.
We have
you guys are,
yeah.
and most people don't realize, guys. This is a real young band. You're 22. You're the oldest guy in the
Yeah.
band.
Right.
And these guys
Yeah.
seem a little more.
He is. He's
You're
he's older
22?
than me by a couple months.
You're
We're
both 22.
but
Yeah.
So I mean, we're not measuring. But you guys are a couple months apart. These are young
Yeah.
guys getting into the industry right now. So.
But this is the deal. These are the young guys. These are the cusp of our industry. This
Exactly.
is the cusp
Yeah.
of our music.
Well, this is our
And-
future.
and we are unable to support it because we're so stuck in some fucking bullshit ways.
You're
You're right.
That's what's
exactly.
happening.
Well, how did, Aaron,
what's happening in
Aaron, for a
Wichita,
second,
straight up.
we have talked about this a few times. What is the fix? What is the? How do we change this? How do we?
What is the fix? Okay. So I need bands like this to understand that their talent isn't the only thing. Okay, your talent
It isn't,
Your talent's
for sure.
awesome, and I appreciate it, but the talent only goes so far, and we have to think about things like, okay, so how do I market?
Yeah.
How do I monetize?
Yeah.
hard
For
to
sure.
work?
How
And-
do I get this out here? How do I make an EPK? Do you guys know an EPK?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Electronic press
So
kit.
we got to get
Yeah.
one. We got to get one.
Yeah.
Do you realize right now at the Cotillion, if you give them an EPK, they run it by the tour managers that are bringing acts in. That's how you
Yeah.
open up at the Cotillion, right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't
You
have
just-
one,
you
you're
just
doing
get an
yourself a
EPK.
This
disservice.
guy has a lot of amazing advice. That's why I try not to talk over him all
You know-
episode.
Not the whole time.
You're doing a good job.
yeah, shit.
yeah.
Shit.
But I mean,
but this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If we don't pick up our game as artists,
yeah.
we don't pick up shit.
Well, I
and
mean,
we stuck in a scene
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah, and I mean, for as much as we talk about artistry, I think all of us know, like, all of us in Sondera know
We've-
that,
yeah.
like, it really much is like as much about art as it is about, like, I mean, making a brand. I don't want to say running a business because that sounds like the corporation type shit I was talking about.
Guys, no, it's that way though.
But you're making a brand. It's more like propaganda.
You can run a business and not be
all-
stuck on
it's-
corporatism.
so
I think
all-
it's more like propaganda, and we're trying to really like get into our fans' heads and
All
like
of-
make them think about us. And like if we could like advertise like in their dreams. And, like,
Well, now we're Freddy Krueger in this goddamn shit.
Sell it.
Inception. Yeah.
And so if if anybody out there has a way to enter advertising into dreams, get with us. We will.
Could you imagine getting a fucking Pepsi ad in your dreams?
Wait till that fucking mind link
I
thing.
love Pepsi.
That have you guys seen the mind link shit that
Yeah.
that Elon Musk and them are involved in making?
Yeah, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
So
But I don't know if I get good reception. I'll fucking put it in my
No,
head.
no, fuck that. I am not putting anything in my fucking head.
I got brain damage already, young, but you don't even know.
Oh, I
So
do
you'd
too.
be fine.
So to go along with what Dan was saying, I ascribe to the belief that all musicianship has a facet of entrepreneurship in it, and it's
all artistry.
And I
Facts.
think
Yeah,
I
you
think
gotta
that
sell
everything
it.
everything
All
from
artistry, you gotta
talking
sell it.
me talking to Dan to talking to you guys is a form of me selling you my product and who I am. And the more you
It's
get
important.
to know me, the more that the product begins to increase in value depending on how well I convey that.
This is all a big Sondera
And so that-
ad. Sondera ad right
No,
now.
So-
it is.
What do you think?
So
This
it
pod-
really-
that's what this podcast is,
It's
man.
a
yeah,
collaboration. And Aaron said just a few minutes ago
Naked
that
shots
it's
of
all
Sondera at the end
about
of this episode.
building a good infrastructure is all about being across from the people who are going to help you. And that's why we're here
Guys,
right now.
The whole thing, okay? I tried to build an all-ages, no-alcohol venue. I'm 43 and I drink like a fish.
Yeah, we love booze
Okay?
if you
So,
haven't
like, it's not about me.
It's not.
It's about making
not.
opportunities.
Right.
And without this infrastructure in place, you don't have the opportunities. And that's what I'm going to say. Okay, like if I don't have booking agents, if I don't have management, I don't have record labels, I don't have entertainment lawyers, I don't have any infrastructure here at all, which we don't.
at all.
You don't have the opportunity.
All you
to
have
get
is
there.
independent
You have
labels
to
all over the
leave
city,
Wichita
for
to
the
get
most
it, and that sucks for our city.
I think,
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say.
I think what all I'm really getting at is like I think a lot of that is really good, and I think it can be used for good, as you're saying, right? All I'm getting at is like I think more and more we're seeing like independent bands like come up, like a lot of
Yes, because they build it for themselves.
Because they have to.
I mean,
You
like,
have to.
there
I
is-
think you're
yeah,
right. 100%
that's
have
it.
The
to.
more
Yeah.
they need us.
Well, it's like if you
That's
find
it,
a label
really.
that likes my sound.
The one thing
Maybe
you
they
said
don't.
all night that makes
Fuck 'em.
fucking
Yeah.
sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck them. I'll
Yeah.
make my own.
Yeah.
I'll make my own label. That's what a lot of people think.
These
Yeah.
guys don't need you until you don't need them. If you build your brand based on your ideals and your just your own fucking whole vibe,
You're building your own supply and demand.
Yeah.
So like
you create the thing.
you
they
create
have to
the
buy.
thing. Yeah, exactly.
And I'll say it again. We'll go back to what I will say to any artist, and I love the
Exactly.
fact that they've said it more than a couple of times, and I'll reverb it. Do art that's for you. What makes you happy.
Nobody else fucking matters, man.
And then you'd
In
be
that world,
surprised.
nobody
You'd be
else fucking
surprised how
matters.
many people get on board when you do shit for you.
Right.
Because it comes off original. Two, you're happy to do it, so it comes off.
we're
better.
really getting back to cymatics and sympathetic vibration. If I sit here and I vibrate at 4:30, all right, do you guys
Can
know
we vibrate at 420?
I prefer
do you guys know?
I prefer 420 right now.
Fuck off.
I don't know any of these numbers. I've just took a nap.
You need
60, that's a frequency that's too low for humans to hear.
We've only made Aaron roll his eyes 4 times in this episode. I feel like we're due for 6.
It's been a
I think we got
shitty
5.
day, and I'm going to admit that I'm a little just pissed off all
Yeah,
day.
me
you
too.
know,
I
but-
mean, I'm trying not to be pissing on this
a
podcast.
sitar. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? A sitar?
Yeah,
Yes.
A sitar.
Could you explain that further?
There are 2 sets of strings in a sitar. One you play, and the other one resonates.
Everybody knows.
Right. You don't
Okay.
touch those other
So what I'm talking about is if I play this sitar over here. and
That's
I'm in
not
this
sitting. You wouldn't be sitting.
Shut the fuck up. I'm talking about sympathetic vibration, okay?
Yes.
And this is real. If I play this set of strings on a sitar, there's a whole other set of strings stuck inside that thing that nobody can even touch.
Yeah.
If I play this, those resonate. That's what makes the sitar go. And if you guys do your thing to your best ability, you're going to resonate other people around you.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to resonate the people
Yeah.
that hear you.
100%.
And that's going to be your crowd 100%. They're
All
going to
jokes-
be with you.
Well,
All jokes aside, that's a great point.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I mean?
And I'll be real, like after pretty much like every single show, unless like we have like a really fucking off night or whatever. But those don't happen, right? We're a great band.
Never.
Yeah.
Never fuck up once. No wrong.
Yeah.
Never-
we
never
are-
happened.
we
No
are perfect. We are
mistakes.
basically like like this is the holy trinity right here. Honestly, if you ask me.
Actually, I've heard that this band never makes a mistake,
Oh my God,
and
you
then they
are.
invite every musician in town to come out and see if they make any mistakes
Exactly.
and point them out.
Exactly. You know, and it's like no, it was supposed to be played like that.
Point
That's
them
what we
out.
say.
Point them out.
A wizard is never
It's
late.
progressive.
It's progressive, so
progressive.
there
It's
it is.
supposed to be
That
shit.
is my that's like covers you like it's progressive, dude. Fuck off.
Yeah.
This is our sound.
You just don't understand.
I don't
You
think
just
you
don't
get our
progressive
sound.
sound.
Listen, you are.
Smooth brain.
That's what's
You're
happening.
not ready for that, but your kids are gonna love it.
Yeah.
But
hits him with the fucking Marty McFly.
no.
fucking
What
beautiful.
I'm getting at though is like we have
Berry in the house, everybody.
Yeah, we have like, I mean, after every show, there's like one, two, maybe like 3 or 4 people that come up to us and they're like, "You guys fucking rock." I mean, they have like the stars in their
what I'm
eyes.
saying.
The
you
slow
know?
That's
crawl
what
is
I'm
what
saying.
you're
And
looking for.
I mean, like
If you
we
get
don't-
5 people to like you after
yeah,
every
you know,
show,
and you know, I'll be real, I'll be upfront. You know, we don't like pull like crazy crowds. You know, as far as like local
Not
shows,
yet.
like progressive death metal. You know, in like Wichita, Kansas, it's just not a great scene for that, right?
Not yet.
But
you
know,
guys
like,
are creating the scene. So let's
exactly. You
create
know,
the scene. Create the scene.
I feel like we're trying to pave a new avenue here, and it's
Yeah,
like
do it.
That's it. Pioneer it.
Yeah,
Pioneer
exactly.
it, bro.
Fucking do it. Keep doing it. Keep
and
doing it.
and you know, like I love it when people come up to us and they're just like, that song like means something to me, you know, because that's really
And shout out to those
at the
people
end
for
of the
coming to
day-
the gig.
Yeah, that's what it's
Well,
all
and
about.
shout out to people that come up to you after a show and thank you for your artistry.
I will
Yeah.
take 5 ride or die
Holy
motherfuckers over
shit.
20 half-assers.
Yes.
And
Man,
especially
that's what I'm trying to say.
especially if those 5
When-
rider dyers love to buy T-shirts.
when
man.
people-
No, because they spread a message. They spread a message.
Well, I
Everybody,
need
they talk
somebody to
about,
buy
have you heard of this guy?
buy a
That's
sticker and a
what's really
T-shirt so we can
valuable
spread
to
this
me.
motherfucking
I
message.
mean, T-shirt sales are nice and everything, but I mean that like word of mouth, getting around,
That
sitting
one
there
word I
like
got.
that.
But
Yeah,
you'd be
now he's in the
surprised.
family.
But
Yeah.
you'd be
That's
surprised.
really what I wanna sell.
That's the bet.
One T-shirt on a guy that doesn't say shit does just as much. You'd be surprised. So I mean, not everybody's a great order for your thing. You know, a T-shirt works.
And by the way,
propaganda.
talking about T-shirts, we're both kind of big guys. We like a billboard. If
Yeah,
you
good
put a
luck.
shirt on us,
I need a moo for a shirt.
Yeah.
you put a shirt on us, man. We want
Hey,
Aaron
idea.
T-shirts.
Yeah, give us a shirt. We're
that
always
guy's still
looking.
talking. right?
So Dan, is this a good time to release the double-sided Sondera T-shirt for
and
an,
X-
ex-
buddy.
an
This is a
great-
extra
this is a great
extra
time
large
to-
Yeah,
only?
we'll make some new merch soon. That's
Yeah, make
just all
some
I'm
merch.
gonna say.
I put "suck lemons, bitch" on the back of your T-shirts. I feel like it's a great kind of choice.
yeah,
That's his
for sure.
catchphrase. Yeah.
Yeah, suck lemons, bitch, and
So-
God
so-
damn it, John.
So right
God damn it,
now,
John.
I would love to wrap up with you guys telling us how we find you.
So I'll be real.
How we
I don't
can
think
hit you?
I don't think I ever introduced myself.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah,
No,
it's,
no,
you're
I
the,
actually
the
don't think he
Rumbleness.
did either.
No,
I
he
don't
did.
think
No, he was the one that didn't get to introduce himself that much.
No, he introduced himself.
Yeah,
he was after
I
you.
don't. No. We went. This
We were
way.
starting to go that way.
So
Right.
let's just make up
Left
a
to
name.
right.
I think we're assholes, and I think we cut him off.
Well,
No,
I would never do that.
I think we just
if
started
anybody,
going.
if
so.
anybody did that, it was you. I would never cut a person
I bet it
off.
was fucking John. Okay,
Honestly,
if you ask me.
I've never
Let's
inter-
blame
It's probably
John.
that
Let's blame
guy.
John.
I've never interrupted a guest on our show.
Blame me.
See,
I'm
See?
into that. I'm into that.
I
Let's
have
blame
never
John.
interrupted
Yeah.
a guest on this show once.
Yeah,
He's never interrupted a guest on the show once.
Cut his
To-
mic.
in
Cut
the
his
le-
mic.
yeah, we need like a dead button. So yeah, go ahead
So
and introduce
Daniel,
him.
Oh yeah, my name is Dan. I'm the drummer in Sondera. I also do
beautiful.
like
This
I
guy's
also
been on
do
the
like,
podcast the whole time.
yeah. Yeah, I also do like
Hi, Dan.
harsh vocals. I practice. I've been working on those like recently and whatnot. So you know, I've been like trying to get better at like metal vocals and
Harsh,
stuff like
harsh
that.
vocals are like soft vocals.
So are you
right?
mic'd?
vocals.
Are you mic'd as a drummer singing during?
Yeah, we have a couple of songs that
Big
really only one that we play live, which is called Black Rose, which is another one of those like super like progressive, like about a specific like emotion, right? I do like backing vocals
the
on like
Inagata DeVito.
yeah,
It's a long song.
yeah, it's like an 8-minute track.
That's a lot of feelings in 8 minutes.
That's
like
about
10
half
minutes.
it.
It's like
It's a 10-minute
It's
track?
like
Well,
three
on
whole
the-
feelings.
Yeah,
So like cut that down into 3 fucking songs,
So,
maybe.
yeah, no, but see, you can't because it's all about one thing.
Three
It's all about
2-minute
concept.
songs.
Well, can we? It could be
tells a
part 1,
story.
2, and 3 of the same song, maybe.
We have a
can't,
song
but-
like that, yeah.
No.
No, well,
Yeah,
it's your art, dude. You can do it however you want.
You got to experience. I'm of the opinion that you got to experience like the whole thing
Together?
So-
Yeah.
So I mean,
and-
you know, you guys sung better than I do. Don't let me tell you.
But the reason it gets kind of like long like that, like you know, it goes from like an 8-minute track, and like when you record it right to like a 10-minute track, is because like at the end of like 2 of our songs, which is Tongue of God and Black Rose, right? We have a jam in that, right, where we just like repeat it, and it just and it changes every now and then. We play it differently every night, and it adds like this uniqueness, like this mystique to like.
So you got kind of like a spot where you guys can kind of riff.
Yeah, for sure, and.
That's just a big part of like prog music in general. Is just a lot of
lots of solos.
That's kind of a genre specific thing.
Experimentation.
It's a lot like blues or jazz, just lots of open solos. But just to wrap up, you can find us on Instagram. We have an Instagram
At Sondera Band.
And a Facebook page.
At Sondera Band.
And spell that again one last time. Sondera Band.
Sondera.
Band, like
band.
Fucking band.
BAND.
Yeah,
If you can't spell band,
if you're
don't
fucking
look us
stupid,
up.
dude.
And
man, I don't know. Sometimes you fucking enter some shit in it just will not.
if you go on there, you might see yourself in the audience. There's just a bunch of content of us doing what we do best,
some super
which is
embarrassing
playing
old
live.
footage we could go look at.
Absolutely not.
because I fucking scrubbed it all.
We destroyed everything.
Gutter Bones is gone. Gutter Bones is classified information.
So
okay?
is there any current way they could access any of your like live performances somewhere right now? Or?
There is one video.
There is one we've allowed to release.
There's one video on RGB Documentation, which is they like film shows at like Monica House. And
that sounds cool.
And there's like 3 of our songs there. I think there's First Lament, Black Rose, and I
think it's great.
If you guys have a link to that, we'd put it on this podcast so they can
for sure. Yeah, for sure. I can send it to you.
Yeah, send that to us, and we'll get you on there.
We don't have like we're planning on like
you're still trying to
music.
record songs. And stuff.
We're trying. We've got plans in the works for like releasing like an album, hopefully sometime within like next year.
I'd say
between now and next year, hopefully, like I think that it's time that we
get with this guy. He'll help you.
I think really we're at a point in our like music career where it's like we've figured out our sound, we've figured out our aesthetics, and like what we're really about. And hopefully, I don't think I like
allegedly.
everything.
I'd say
you said with the what was the song that you guys said that really kind of turned the corner for you guys?
Gray. You guys need that to be a single.
I would love to hear that song. So like if you guys can even just send it to us, like
for sure.
Fuck the rest of these people.
I've got demos of it. So I can send it to you.
So where are we playing?
And we'll legally post it on everything.
We play in Wichita, Kansas. We play in Hutchinson. We play in Mulvane.
Where are we playing next, man?
So we have plans to book some more shows at places around Wichita, like
Big Arbor,
Barcode. Big Arbor is a really cool place.
Yes. Do you guys ever?
We plan to play at Monica House.
Have you guys ever thought about doing the Thursday nights at Shamrock?
Shamrock.
We haven't played Shamrock.
Come out
and fucking jam, blow the fucking roof off the Shamrock on Thursday.
Shamrock.
Dude, okay.
Never heard of it. I'm just kidding.
Say it.
I'm sorry.
Come on,
Aaron.
Michael. Give us the.
Murderless guy.
I'm sorry, Aaron.
You've never heard of the Shamrock?
No, I have. I love it.
Oh, okay.
I piss John off every time I go, and the food is great. The atmosphere is great. We'll definitely be at the Shamrock doing an open mic in the future. I'd say right now we are currently in the assembly stage of our EPK. Just like you said, we are putting that together.
So we have to
EPK. I think
we want to do it right. We don't want to do a rush job. We want to get a nice one page.
You guys got a little something here.
Let's go.
Right.
Well, thank you for that. I think now's the time that we put our heads down and just fucking like. We got to just crawl through it and just like get some of the business stuff out of the way that we've kind of put
all that shit that you hate to do. Artists don't want to deal with it.
Yeah,
promoting and publishing your brand sucks.
Yeah,
that shit sucks. So I have to do it for our podcast. It's a fucking pain in the ass.
I was thinking about it on the way here. Is like like I remember talking with like Dominic Lehman. Awake singer and former Bottle Cap singer, right? I was talking with him, and we were just like, you got to be like your own like biggest fan, you got to be. Yeah.
I always say
do everything.
You're not only like.
You're not only like a songwriter and like whatever instrument you play and like whatever and have to have knowledge about that, but you also have to have knowledge about like marketing, like know how to use Photoshop,
know
how to fucking manage like a social media,
or you got to pay some fucker to do all that shit for you.
Don't do that.
None of us want to do that.
Yeah, and nobody. Yeah, it's like making $300 a night, like Aaron said.
Exactly.
Earlier,
ain't nobody's got to. We can't afford to play the social
fuck
media.
That. I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
So I'll do it all myself, and I'll be my own biggest fan, and I'll just. Be a jack of all trades.
I will tell you, just like you said it the same way I always say it. If you aren't excited about your shit, why the fuck should anybody else be?
Exactly.
If you're not excited about I am excited to to the nines about this podcast that we do. So if you guys aren't excited about the music you produce, why should anybody give a fuck?
Yeah, and I hope that you can tell that we are extremely
yeah,
excited about the
100%.
music that we produce and that
Very passionate about it.
passionate. Yeah.
No, I fucking love you guys, man. I think
thanks
this is awesome. Thanks for coming out on the
And
podcast.
thanks for having us.
again,
Yeah.
special thanks to Owen for letting us do this in his house today, and
Thank you,
and also
Owen.
booking a
Thank
guest
you,
for me,
Owen.
and for booking these guys today, giving me a break this week.
And even a very quiet, subdued thank you to John.
Yeah.
Don't fucking float him. Don't.
This
fucking
isn't.
float
This
him.
isn't.
He's gonna get a
Oh my
fucking big
God,
head
you're
now.
See what happens?
Oh my God! You're looking at me?
Good luck clipping this. Good luck clipping this together.
It should cut off
All right.
right there.
Right here.
there.
Podcast song.
Yeah. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Dudes. Aaron and
Austin.
John sucks and he knows where to go. It's Aaron and Austin show.
What kind of ass episode is this?